One meme or point that's been thrown around for the last 6 months, just yelled about all the time, is how, oh no, China has the biggest navy in the world. Oh no, they're gonna come to our coastline and wipe us out and take away our riding lawnmowers. What are we gonna do? Ah! China's China's navy has more ships than the United States Navy does. And it is true that that sort of quantity has a quality all its own. And it could well be that China is going to, and it certainly looks like it, they are going to build up their navy more and more. But their ships are small patrol boats, minesweepers, frigates, and corvettes make up greatly the majority. They have about half as many destroyers as the United States Navy, but the purpose of the Chinese Navy is twofold. One, China really thinks that someday somebody's gonna try to come and invade them. Now, given their history, and how horribly they were treated by the British and by Western powers, that's understandable that they would feel that way. So it's a coastal navy designed to protect their country. But there's another purpose of the Chinese Navy, and that is Taiwan. They really are wanting to take Taiwan back. Taiwan would be so difficult to take, but they're building up their navy, and that is one of the reasons for it. Taiwan has been preparing for this for a long time, and we've been selling them weapons systems for a coon's age. They'd be very difficult to take, and if they did take it, they wouldn't have the technology because they wouldn't have the people to run the technology unless they enslaved the population. Well, anyway, we're talking about the Chinese Navy, not so much about Taiwan. They have a good amount of submarines, about the same number as we do, but those submarines that they have are a generation, 20 years behind us. Now, they're working hard. They're making as best they can. But they are not within shouting distance of the technology of the United States submarines. And one of the most important parts of that is how quiet can they be? If a submarine is not quiet, then it's not going to last long. And American subs are extremely quiet. Been working on that for a long time. But there's one last thing that China just does not have. We have 11 over 100,000 ton aircraft carriers. What is the purpose of the United States Navy? It is, we can protect our coasts just fine. The purpose of the United States Navy is to project power anywhere in the world. That's what we do. Send them to the China Sea, send them to the Mediterranean, send them wherever they need to go. With submarines and and then once you have an aircraft carrier, my goodness, you have all kinds of options. Now, some people say, but if we get in a big dust-up shooting war with China, the war games say we'll lose 2 aircraft carriers. Well, that's hardly surprising. If you start out with a whole bunch of them, you're going to lose some of them. China has 2 aircraft carriers. They are garbage. They spend more time in dock being repaired than they do in the, well, they're still in the water usually, but more time being repaired than they do actually functional a sea. So it's all we hear, all I hear when I read articles and listen to podcasts is just the doomsday that China has the biggest navy in the world. There's more to it than that. Who knows what's going to happen in 5 years, 7 years, 12 years? But I expect whatever they do, the United States Navy won't be sitting around eating Cocoa Pebbles and watching Gilligan's Island reruns. Boy, that sounds like fun. They'll be thinking through how to thwart that threat and how to be prepared for it.